Hello you guys, Liliana from Vanilla and Canela here. Welcome back to my channel and to another video. I'm sure you can recognize our stuff. We are in our new house, but before anything else, let me give you a house tour, empty house tour. Okay, so I'm standing by the front door and we have this area. Hate the carpet, but we have this little area just behind the front door. I think I can put a Kallax unit here with shoes, with our shoes, so we can take our shoes. There's this little window here, and then there's a bathroom. I call it a bathroom, it's the tiniest. There's a toilet and the sink behind it. Notice there's no mirror. Yeah, so then you come through the door. You have this area here. It's a big radiator. We'll probably do something without this. Hooks for the coats, electric and gas meter, not gas meter, electric meter and stuff. And then, so let me go back a bit. So you come from here to here, and on your right you have the normal military quarter stairs, and then you have an under the stairs cupboard, which is, well, it's a cupboard, isn't it? So there you go. It's awful carpet tiling as well, and then it goes under. I don't think there's any light in here, so it might be a bit dark, but there's like a little hidey hole in there. So you come back out from the cupboard. Okay, and then this is the lounge and diner. Everything's carpeted, you guys know, and everything is magnolia. Paul and Ozzy are out in the garden. Alex is at school, in case you're wondering. So it's still got the previous owner's sofa marks. But yeah, this is the living room. It's got windows, 2 windows, fireplace, and then over here will be the dining room with our table there. And then you see that it has this wall here. So this will be where the boys' Kallax unit with toys is. The sofas, one will go here and one there. The TV here. Ugly fireplace, but what's new? And then, yeah, this is what it looks like. Lovely curtains, lovely. You guys know that military quarters do the worst curtains in the world. This is the door to the kitchen, and the kitchen is not only small, is very, very, very old. Look how dirty the floors look. Look. All the cupboards. So I'll have to try and spruce it up, but let me come back and show you. So that's the space for the dishwasher, space for the washing machine, I think. We're not sure. There's no room for the fridge freezer. It's got a cooker, cupboards here. What is that space for? Why not put another cupboard? I'm like, so what we are planning to do is take these cupboards out and put our fridge freezer here. And this space, the washing machine will probably come to here, that sort of thing. Sorry. So the fridge won't be in the way, if that makes sense. It will be dead space basically. But yeah, it's probably the worst kitchen we've ever had. Probably the worst. It's still looking a little bit grubby as well, but we will fix that. And then off the side of the kitchen, I was very excited about this. There's 2 outhouses. So there you go. The bins are going to go outside for sure. There's plugging in there, so the dryer, that will be like sort of a laundry room. And then here will be an extended kitchen. I'll have to do something with the floor maybe. And yeah, that goes out to the garden. I'll show you the garden later. But let's go back through the lounge, as you guys just saw. And then up the stairs. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so straight away, the loo. I mean, it's so grubby. Everything is like old. You can see the stains. Is that from, I honestly, here's the bathroom. Tiniest bathroom. Stains in the bathroom. Stains in there. I don't love it. Let me... That was the fan. Yeah, you guys. Oh, and they've got the taps, like, look. God, it's so... And there's a weird smell in here as well. This is... Sorry, just off the bathroom. This is the second bedroom. So this will be Alex's bedroom. It has wardrobe. Yeah. Yeah, this is his bedroom. Hallway. This is the airing cupboard, and there's the water heater in there. This is the main bedroom, the master bedroom, which you can see. This is where they had their bed. They had a double bed. Ours is bigger. I think ours will probably face the window. And it's got a double wardrobe. There you go. And then just off that room is the baby's room. Well, Ozzy's room, the little room. Yeah. And it has got a weird wardrobe because it's on top of the stairs. Let me show you what it's like inside. There we go. Hello, you guys. How are you all doing? So it's been almost a week since I filmed that last bit for you. Now, I know you probably have loads of questions. I also, I've just edited that part of the video, and I realised that you can hear in my voice the disappointment. So I wanted to explain a little bit about that. And what's going on, basically. There's nothing bad, okay? There's nothing bad going on. We're in the house. We are still knee-deep in boxes and things everywhere. Sneak peek. I mean, there's not much happening. We're still literally moving boxes from one room to the other to be able to do stuff, if that makes sense. But let me go back to this house. First of all, I should explain, if you are new here, if you don't know, we are a military family. This is a military quarter in the UK. I think it's actually quite a standard size of UK house, which if you are watching from, say, America, Canada, even Europe, like Portugal, somewhere like that, this is a very small house, okay? By the way, I am enjoying flat whites again. So, yeah, so before we came here, I'll explain a little bit of the process for you guys. We apply online. We know we have an order number, which is like the assignment order. And with that, you do everything that you need to do for your move. And we applied online for a house on this patch, as we call it. And we were very lucky. We got offered 3 houses. Now, there was one house that had a much bigger kitchen. There was another house that was closer to the school. And there was this house. And this house, and the reason why we went for it, was it had a garage next door. It's not attached to the house, but there's a garage next door, which we got. And we definitely needed a garage. You guys know that we have so much stuff, and literally the garage and the house will burst in at the seams. That's a different video. I am going to do a massive clear out. That is my whole game now going forward. But let's leave that for now. So yeah, so we decided on this house based on the garage. And also we have actually lived in a house exactly like this, in a different street, and we have great memories of it. So we knew the layout, we knew what to expect-ish. So it's not 100% the same. I would say it's probably like 95% the same. But when we lived at that other house, we had no children. So I always remember that house, and Paul was the same. It's a big house, spacious, not, again, big by UK standards, by married quarter standards, okay? We had the measurements. They give you like a plant of the house, so you can look, a plant of the house. That's what you call it in Portuguese, a planta da casa. You know, they give you like a drawing with the measurements, you know what I mean? So we knew more or less what to expect. Fine. When we actually walked in, we were like, oh, it's a little bit smaller than we remembered, but nothing major. The disappointment you hear in my voice in that video is the cleanliness of the house. I pay to have my house cleaned, to have the home that I live in. Every time I move out, I moved out of this area last year, as you guys know, before we went to Italy, and I paid £375 to have the house cleaned, spotless, to march out standards so that it could pass inspection and be clean for the next people. When I left Italy, I paid €350 to do exactly the same there, standards, you know, and it is such a stressful time because people, the houses officers come like fine tooth comb. You're always stressed out. Is it going to pass? Because if they charge you for something, it's such expensive prices, such ridiculous prices, right? Things like a light bulb, they charge you like 40 or 50 quid if one of the light bulbs is not working. Ridiculous. So we go out of our way to make sure the house is up to the standard. This is not the case. This was not the case with this house. Definitely not. Now, when we came in, all the windows were open. There was activity. The housing officer was here. Everything looked okay on the surface, right? The housing officer did say there was a little bit of a food smell that would probably evaporate kind of thing. We're like, okay, whatever. So that day we had the delivery after, before, when I filmed, the housing officer had gone already, and I was like, okay, this is not looking fantastic, you know? Something just didn't quite, I was like, oh, I see like the standards where there's paint on taps. I showed that in the bathroom. It's just like the lack of care for the house, you know? But fine, you know, I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a funky smell, but is it because it's not our smell, you know, like your house gets your own smell? I don't know. The next day we came back and the smell was so bad, so bad. I should not be smelling what the previous tenants cooked. I should not, especially a month and a half after they moved out, right? So that was really annoying. So my concern is like, why is it so strong? If the house was clean, why is it so strong? And then I started looking inside the cupboards. I always wipe down the cupboards before I put anything in. But this, you guys, I needed to get down and scrubbing. There was grease everywhere. I moved the shelves. So these cupboards, first of all, are like from the 70s. We had these cupboards at the house that we used to have when we lived, you know, I said that we lived in a house that was exactly like this. We had these cupboards then, and that was like 18 years ago. And by then they were like, God knows how old. But, so I started wiping. I pulled the shelves out slightly, you know, lifted them, and there was just grease and grime all over it. I spray the inside, and by the way, there's no back to these cupboards, it's the wall. That is not a, yeah, it's the wall. And literally the grease and muck was just coming off it. So you can imagine that I was not a happy bunny, because by then there was nothing that could be done. All our stuff was here. There's nothing that could be done. And when you pay through the nose to hit this standard, and that standard's not given to you, it's very disappointing. So I was very, I'm still annoyed. I complained, and to be fair to the housing officer, they came and apologised and said that I should make a note of it and complain if I wanted to, which I might still do. But it's still like, I've got other stuff to do. I've got a house to unpack. I haven't got time to write a complaint. I'm not the complaint type of person, you know, like write it. Anyway, I'm fuming again. It doesn't matter. It's coming along, the house. I'm not going to show you anything else today. You've got the empty house tour. A lot has changed. A lot is already changed. We're putting stuff down, but a lot of our stuff doesn't fit. You know, like our rugs. I have 2 gorgeous rugs that I bought whilst we were in Italy, but they're too big for the place. So like one is in our bedroom and sort of under the bed, and you know when you put a rug that goes sort of under the bed in an area for you to walk in, which is lovely, but it's actually there as storage. You know, like we were going to walk on it. I would have loved to have put it in the lounge, the really nice one from IKEA, you guys remember? And the other one that I got from Maison du Monde, which sounds French, probably a French company, but you can get it in Italy and in the UK as well. It's too big. It keeps getting wrinkled up. So yeah, we also had a lot of problems with the removals. They did not pack things very well. We've lost 2 bookcases, a globe that we've had for so many years that was in Alex's room. Anyway, but with that being said, we're happy to be here, and I don't hate the house by any means. I think there's a glow up going to come up soon. Once we're settled, we need to we're still unpacking, but in a couple of months or so, I'll probably, I really want to change the floor. I put some sticky tiles down. I don't know if I will or not. Let's see. If you guys don't know, this will probably be our last quarter. We are looking to buy a house in the next 2 to 3 years, depending on what's available. Potentially in this area, not quite where we are, but a bit further on. So we'll see what happens, what's going on with the boys and all of that. But yeah, our intention is this be our last quarter, which is why I want to get rid of our stuff. You guys know that I love decorating, so I have lots of stuff, but I also have a lot of stuff just in case it fits in our next quarter. We will not be going to a next quarter, so get rid. And the truth of it is, I have like probably 10 or 12 sets of curtains. Whatever I don't use here, I'm not going to use in my own home. I'm over it. So decluttering, selling, donating, binning, it's going to be big. But first, let's fit into the house. Let's settle. The boys are doing so well at school and preschool. Yeah, and Paul's still home at the moment, but he starts next week. So from next week, there'll be a bit more of a back to it. But at the moment, we're literally flat out all day, every day, just trying to unpack and find places for everything. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I have talked for way too long, as usual, but I'll see you guys in the next one. The next one is actually my first big Tesco's haul, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'll see you soon.